everybody, it's Cassidy,
Jaden, and Emma.
Today we are going to be talking about the current issues in the Gatton Student Center and William T. Young Library. We are going to be asking 3 students what issues they see and how they think the spaces can be improved. Our first guest, Maya Kerr, has a good point that a lot of other students agree with when it comes to Champion's Kitchen and the Gatton Student Center.
What are your thoughts on the Student Center?
I really like the Student Center, but a majority of the time I go in, there's a huge crowd around Champion's Kitchen, and I have trouble getting around them.
Okay, how do you think that the Student Center could better this issue?
I think if they put more space in the area in front of Champion's Kitchen, it would make it a lot easier to get around.
Maya brings up a good point about the crowding in Champion's Kitchen. Jaden, didn't you have to eat standing up one time because of the overcrowding?
Yes, actually, I did. It was around noon, which is the prime time for overcrowding, and there was literally no available seats for my friends and I. So yes, there definitely needs to be more space for students. I recently read an article concerning the dining halls being overcrowded at James Madison University. They mentioned that multiple dining halls stayed busy throughout the day and that it not only took a toll on students, but the employees as well. I think here at the University of Kentucky, that is also the issue. If students can't find seating to eat, then they are less likely to eat, which can cause them to be unfocused in the classroom setting.
If Jaden has a hard time finding seats, then many other students are probably having the same issue. If students are having a hard time finding seats, it causes the employees to stress. If the employees are having a bad work experience, it will also cause the staff to be in a bad mood. Therefore, they will take it out on the students, and it could also cause the dining halls to be understaffed because people are not going to want to work at a place that takes a toll on one. Another issue going along with overcrowding is that it's a fire hazard. Safety of the students should be the university's top priority. If the students don't feel safe, that's just another reason for them to not go to Champion's Kitchen.
Safety is also an issue when it comes to the stairs in the Student Center. Our next guest, Mitchell Malloy, brought up a good point about them.
What are your thoughts on the Student Center?
It's great overall, but there's a problem with the stairs, and it's low visibility and you can't see exactly where you're going, and it seems like a huge tripping hazard, especially when you're running on 3 hours of sleep.
How do you think that they could better this issue?
They could either add handrails or maybe having a high visibility strip at the end of every stair so people can actually see where the stairs are.
Yeah, Mitchell, that brings up a great point. Every time I walk down the stairs, I get nervous that I will trip or fall down the stairs.
I agree. Sometimes the wood stairs can blend in and it's hard to see where they are, different levels, and there is always the thought in the back of my head that if I fall going up or down these stairs, I'm going to look like a fool and everyone is going to know me as the one who fell on the stairs.
Speaking of people tripping on the stairs, I've had multiple encounters where I have seen people trip up the wooden stairs. If people keep falling up or down the stairs, then they will want to avoid that area in the Student Center when its main purpose is to bring students together, given that its name is the social staircase.
I recently read an article from ehstoday.com that says poor visibility of both risers and treads can lead to misreading the stair edge, which can cause faulty foot placement and an accident. This is the same issue that we have brought up with the stairs in the Student Center.
While we touched on the safety and student issues in the Student Center, we have also found issues in the William T. Young Library after talking to students such as Emily Bruce, who brought up a good point about safety in the library.
What are some issues that you see in the William T. Young Library?
I think that there might be a safety issue with the people because the library is open to the public before 10 p.m. So after 10 p.m., the people that have gotten there before 10 p.m. are still there. So there's a bunch of non-students because they don't check the IDs before 10 p.m.
Yeah, you have a good point. How do you think that the library can resolve this issue?
I think that maybe, I know there's not a way of making it not a public library, so I think maybe they could, a security guard could go around maybe a little after 10 p.m. and just like check everyone's ID, and if they're not a student, maybe tell them that they need to leave.
I have never had an issue at the library with safety, but I can 100% see where it could be an issue. I recently read an article about an incident at San Jose University where a woman in her mid-50s was attacked by someone in the restroom, neither of which had any affiliation with the university. This could easily happen here at UK.
In that same article, it talked about how other universities have a rule of fining people who aren't affiliated with the university $100 to use the library's resources, and other universities just don't have a public library because their main focus is the safety of the students and faculty.
Just as Cassidy said, I have also never had an issue with people from the public or feeling unsafe while in the library. I spend a lot of time in the library at many different times of the day. I could, however, see the public being an issue at certain times of the night. The William T. Young Library makes anyone who come in after 10 p.m. show their student ID. The UK ROTC also offers to take students back to their dorm if they don't feel comfortable walking back alone at night.
After talking about overcrowding in Champion's Kitchen, safety on the social stairs at the Gatton Student Center, and safety in the William T. Young Library, it's safe to say that the University of Kentucky is a great university, but also has room to improve on making student safety and overall convenience a top priority.
Each student we interviewed today brought up a good point about safety throughout our campus, and we hope that in the near future the University of Kentucky will improve our experiences in these spaces. Thanks for listening. Bye.